Hello everyone, my name is Bagus Mahaaditya, and today I will be presenting about metallurgy, especially in testing and inspection of metal. The quest for the quality. Okay, next. For the reference, I use book Metallurgy for the non-metallurgists, edited by Arthur C. Riordan. And for the content that I will explain about, there is 7 content that I will explain about. So let's begin the video. Okay, the first one is metallography. Metallography is the scientific discipline of examining and determining the constitution and the underlying structure of the constituent in metal and alloy. The most metallography tool is the light or optical microscope, and the another tool is the scanning electron microscope or SIM. The critical factor in light microscopy of the metal is the surface preparation of the specimen. This is the basic insight made by the father metallography, Henry Clifton Sorby, who in 1863 was the first person to examine properly polish and the chemical etched metal under the microscope. So the etching even proceeded by Sorby at least for centuries, as in the case of macro etching technique to reveal the damage pattern of the sword and the various piece of armor. Macro etching was also used to reveal the structure of polished meteorite, such as the famous one is with Mestaten structure. The It discovered in 18,008 by Con Alois von Wittgenstein. So the picture beside is the famous meteorite Wittgenstein. So here's the picture. Okay, you can pause the video if you want to admire it. Okay, we go next. Hardness testing. Hardness testing is perhaps the simplest and the least expensive method of mechanically, because it doesn't require the elaborate specimen preparation, involve the rather inexpensive testing equipment, and is relatively quick. Okay, hardness testing might be classified into various criteria, such as the type of indentation measure performed, the magnitude of the indentation load, and the last one is nature of the test. And the hardness test may also be classified based on the magnitude of indentation load, and these tests are often grouped as the micro testing. Micro testing is the commonly performed as integral part of quality assurance procedure. And next, the micro hardness testing. In micro hardness testing, the load are less than 1 kilogram, and the indentation can be seen only with the aid of microscope. Okay, next, the nano hardness testing uh, is a test depend on the simultaneously measurement of the load and depth of indentation procedure that produced by those load. Okay, we go next. Tensile testing. Next to the hardness testing, tensile testing is a destructive test process that provides information about the tensile strength, yield strength, and ductility of metallic material. The properties derived from tension testing as a stress strain curve showing the elastic and plastic strain region of deformation under load and tensile strength, and the last is ultimate tensile strength. It defined as the maximum load. Testing machine or the mechanical testing machine have been commercially available since the late of 18,080 and have evolved from the purely mechanical machine such as the popular one is the Little Giant. So the picture beside is the picture of Little Giant. The Little Giant hand cracked tensile tester of the Tunisian also circa 18,000. Okay, today the sophisticated machine with the either mechanical or gear or the servo hydraulic drive provide the rapid and precise measurement of the load and displacement. Okay, we go next. Fracture toughness testing with the advent of linear elastic fracture mechanics. Engineering now realized that the design of structure and mechanics of and mechanics can no longer under the all condition that be based on the elastic limit or yield strength of a material. Various tests have been developed into the measure of fracture toughness of material, and these tests are generally conducted on the test specimen containing a sub and pre-exciting crack. But most fracture toughness tests are conducted with either the edge and not bend or the compact the specimen. Okay, the picture beside is the example of specimen that used in the case. The A is the picture A is the single S and it's band, and the B is complex specimen. Okay, we go next. Impact testing. Impact testing is carried out to determine the strength of the material against the shock resistance, such as the brittleness caused by the heat treatment or the brittleness of the casting product and the effect of the shape of the product. In an impact test, the specimen is subject to the dynamic shock loading to evaluate and the response of material to rapid change in loading, such as the experienced by axle shaft when the car hit a cock A standard impact tester and its operation are illustrated in the picture beside right here. When the specimen is placed in the path of the swinging pendulum and the pendulum is bent and the specimen if it is to the continue its arch. Okay, we go next. Fatigue testing. Fatigue is the progressive, localized and permanent structural damage that occurs when a material is subject to a cyclic or fluctuating strains at nominal stress that have maximum values less than or often much less than the static yield strength of the material. So there is three types of fatigue testing methodologies are commonly used. The first one is high cycle or the infinite life, and the low cycle or the finite life, and then fatigue crack. Fatigue crack is pure stress testing based on the fracture machine concept of a stress intensity. Okay, we go next to the non-destructive testing. NDT or non-destructive testing. as no, also known as the non-destructive evaluation and the non-destructive inspection, is a disciplinary procession that blends equality assurance of material uh, entity is used to inspect and evaluate material or component without destroying their serviceability. Various non-destructive testing or entity are and inspection techniques are commonly used to detect and evaluate flaws or irregularities or the discontinuities or the defect in engineering system. Okay, table. Okay, this is the table of comparison of the non-destructive testing method. You can read by yourself, and I will explain a little bit. Not everything that I will explain, but just a little. That's what I know. Okay, the liquid penetrant. Liquid penetrant or inspection is a non-destructive method that used to find discontinuities that are often to the surface of solid, and radiographic inspection is based on differential absorption of penetration gradation, and ultrasonic inspection during the ultrasonic inspection, beam of high frequency acoustic energy are introduced into the material detect surface and the surface flaws to measure the thickness of the material and to measure the distance to the orientation of flaw. The eddy current inspection is based on the principle of electromagnetic induction and is used to identify the differentiation of the wide variety cycle structure of wide variety cycle structural and metallurgical condition in electrically conductive ferromagnetic and non-ferrometals and metal parts. Okay, and the next slide is thank you. Okay, thank you for watching my video and see you for the next content and bye bye.